Today we have some interesting PlayStation topics, a comparison of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X's Blu-ray players shows that the PS5 has an advantage in some very specific ways. We also have the Silent Hill 2021 announcement discussion, which became a frequent matter these days, and we are discussing Final Fantasy VII Part 2 release and Call of Duty 2021 new studio, and also the stunning Metahuman creator tool for developers, BlizzCon 2021 schedule and Microsoft's plans to merge ZeniMax and Bethesda Media into Vault subsidiary, and the Star Wars game which is in the early stages of development confirmed by Ubisoft. So before tightening your seatbelts, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and click the notification icon. Follow me on Twitter for knowing more interesting and informative topics in the daily gaming world and gameplay. Now let's jump in. Now close to 3 months after the launch of both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, comparisons between the consoles continue to be published. The latest example is a look between the two platforms' 4K Blu-ray players. A recent console comparison video of the PS5 and Xbox Series X found some surprising results. More specifically, it found that the PS5's 4K Blu-ray player was better in some few key ways. The video does note, however, that most viewers would never notice these differences. The first key area that the comparison video, made by YouTube channel HDTVTist, points out is color gradation. The comparison shows that the PS5 displayed smoother color gradation using color ramps. For example, you can see visible bands or streaks of color on the Xbox Series X examples where the colors very clearly don't blend as well. In other words, a 4K movie on a PS5 will have more color depth than on the Xbox Series X. Colors will also appear smoother and less dark in certain situations. Upon further analysis, the video claims that this is because the PS5 outputs at YCBCR 12-bit color depth compared to the Xbox Series X's 10-bit RGB. Even when trying to force the Xbox to up its color depth, it would default back down without explanation. The conclusion the video draws is that the PS5 offers higher chroma bandwidth because of this. It also tests this across multiple televisions to ensure that the issue is with the Xbox Series X and not with a specific TV. There is one caveat here with regards to color representation for both the PS5 and Xbox Series X. The video also compares both consoles to known bit-perfect 4K Blu-ray players. Neither console is shown to live up to the standards of these bit-perfect Blu-ray players, though the PS5 is closer than the Xbox Series X. Another notable issue is also called attention to in the comparison video. This issue has to do with certain Blu-ray discs displaying at 24 frames per second, as opposed to the more standard 23.976 frames per second. The difference is small but significant. The PS5 plays both frame rates smoothly, switching between the frame rates as a Blu-ray film demands. The Xbox Series X appears to always default to the 23.976 frame rate. This means that movies playing at pure 24 frames per second will actually skip a frame every 42 seconds. Like with the color gradation issue, the frame skip issue on the Xbox Series X will likely not be seen by many home movie watchers. To most, both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X will have identical movie viewing experiences. For detail-oriented viewers and those working in digital media, however, the differences deserve to be recognized. Hopefully, these are issues that can be addressed by Xbox via updates to its 4K Blu-ray player software. The full comparison video link has been given in the description, you can check it out there. The Silent Hill reboot rumors continue to spread online, with the latest claim being that there are actually not one but two Silent Hill games on the way. Last year, rumors started stirring that a new Silent Hill video game was in development, believed to be a PS5 exclusive. The Silent Hill PS5 exclusive reveal was expected at various shows throughout 2020, including the PS5 console reveal event, the follow-up PS5 State of Play that took place a few months later, and the Game Awards in December. Unfortunately, each event came and went with no sign of Silent Hill, but if the latest rumors are to be believed, fans of the survival horror franchise may have a lot to look forward to. Reliable Resident Evil leaker Aesthetic Gamer, who has also leaked some information about the rumored Silent Hill game, has said that there could be two Silent Hill games in development. One of these Silent Hill games is the aforementioned PS5 exclusive, whereas the other is likely a multi-platform release. It's possible that this other Silent Hill game is an episodic release, though Aesthetic Gamer was under the impression that project had already been scrapped. Even we have discussed about this particular one in more than 3 videos, the topic tends to become even more productive as days pass on. Aesthetic Gamer is not completely positive that the multi-platform, episodic Silent Hill game is still in development, so fans should take this rumor with an even bigger grain of salt than usual. However, Aesthetic Gamer has doubled down on their claim that a new Silent Hill game, whatever it may be, will be announced soon. He states that, "I've been saying since last year, there may be 2 Silent Hill games in dev, one a PS5 game, the other a multi-platform game by 2 different teams. Now something I know 100% is in 2018 Konami was shopping around for 2 SH games, one a soft reboot, one an episodic game. I thought the other game got scrapped, but talking with others, some have heard the second game is also still in dev elsewhere. One game has Sony backing in some capacity, the other is unknown, but they're being very secretive about it. Even those with known Sony contacts, many within the company don't know a lot about the game. That's if this is all true, but this part isn't 100% verified, so grain of salt and all of that. Ultimately to see what happens. What is 100% true is there is a SH game gearing up for announcement. These Silent Hill reboot rumors have been going on for some time, and so it may be hard for fans to keep track of them. The basic gist is that Sony has apparently worked out a deal with Konami to produce a Silent Hill PS5 exclusive game, which is in development at its Japan studio. Previously, the game was believed to be in development by original Silent Hill director Keiichiro Toyama, though he has since departed Japan studio to form his own company, Bokeh Game Studio, which is working on a new horror IP. Another variation of the rumor says that Silent Hill composer Akira Yamaoka is also working on the game, and there is actually evidence pointing in that direction. Recently, Yamaoka appeared in an interview where he seemed to directly tease the existence of a new Silent Hill video game. Unfortunately, the interview was pulled offline, though Konami has denied playing any role in taking it down. The old saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire. These Silent Hill leaks and rumors have come from reliable sources, and have been persistent enough that there must be something to them. It remains to be seen what form a new Silent Hill game will take, but hopefully fans don't have to wait too much longer for an official announcement so the rumors and speculation can be put to rest.
I
am a Metahuman, the next generation of digital human powered by Unreal Engine. Metahumans are high-fidelity digital characters created by you, the user, on our new content creation platform, Metahuman Creator. I am fully rigged, ready for animation and motion capture, allowing you to work in context. With everything running live in Unreal Engine, my motion works seamlessly
on other characters. I have 8 levels of detail and have been tested on a wide range of hardware platforms, from feature film to mobile. If you're interested in learning about my animation rig or high-fidelity deformations, built on Control Rig, the new strand-based hair system via the Groom component, or how everything is tied together and animated in Sequencer, then have a look under the hood in this project. This is just a glimpse of things to come.
Epic Games is releasing a new character creator, stunning Metahuman creator tool for developers usable by people of any skill level, that works with its previous creation, Unreal Engine. Epic Games is a giant in the video games industry, and it wears many hats. Not only does the company own Fortnite, it also runs the Epic Games Store, which promises more exclusives than ever over the next 2 years. While these sources of wealth have their own controversies, one thing that almost everyone loves about Epic Games is its contribution to game creation, the Unreal Engine. Unreal is a simple, for what it is, but powerful game creating tool, and has been utilized for a huge variety of projects. Now Epic is releasing new software that can further enhance Unreal Creation's a simple, powerful character creator. The creator, dubbed Metahuman, is supposedly very simple and very powerful, approachable by people of any skill level when it comes to virtual, 3D character creation. The tool provides multiple options for character creation from a pre-programmed set of parameters. Said options will look familiar to anyone who has used a sophisticated character creator within a video game before, although there are more options offered beyond these, including facial reconstruction that is not bound to a slider. Combined with the community-oriented features supposedly coming for the Epic Games Store, Epic is definitely putting more ease of use in players' hands. This would prove a huge feather in the hat of Unreal Engine and Epic if it is indeed as sophisticated as advertised. As mentioned above, the Unreal Engine and its iterations have frequently proven to be boons to both newcomers and professionals when it comes to making games. In fact, BioWare discussed moving Mass Effect Legendary Edition to the Unreal Engine for a while before ultimately deciding not to. The user cost and other attached strings of Metahuman, if any, are not known as of this video. The first iteration of Metahuman will be geared towards more photorealistic humans, although not completely photorealistic. According to its creators, outlandish creations or more cartoony characters will be difficult to make. Players may be able to recreate Pokemon towns in Unreal, but they won't be able to do the characters justice, even with Metahuman. However, that's only with this first version of Metahuman. According to Epic, the system will be expanded upon in the future. With all of it available through a browser, with final creations available for download, players may soon finish creating the Shire in Unreal, complete with perfect hobbits. This could be a brand new source of power put directly into the hands of players who want to become creators.
This is just a glimpse of things to come.
As we talk about creations, Ubisoft's Star Wars game is allegedly in the early stages of development, with the company's CEO claiming he can't offer a rough release window. As announced last month, Star Wars has officially ended its exclusive stint with EA, and will now be worked on by a variety of gaming's biggest studios, starting with Ubisoft. The publisher has set Ubisoft Massive, the developer of The Division, and its 2019 sequel, on the upcoming sci-fi tie-in, promising it'll be an open-world action game befitting of the license's high-octane movie releases. However, while many are hoping to get their hands on the title sooner rather than later, the game is apparently still in the very early stages of development. Confirmed via an earnings call, which was later detailed by GameSpot, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot confirmed that the highly anticipated Star Wars game won't be in players' hands for quite some time. According to the publication, Guillemot was asked a question about the game's release date during the meeting, to which the CEO stated that it was far too early to even offer a rough window for when it would release. "We can say we are at the early stage of development on the Star Wars game," he shared, going on to reveal that fans will have to wait a bit before the company is ready to reveal any more about the sci-fi adventure. For an open-world game as big as Ubisoft likely has planned for the blockbuster tie-in, it's sure to be an experience fans can expect a good few years down the line. Aficionados of the series likely won't have a lack of Star Wars content during that time, however, with Lucasfilm Games already teasing several other adaptations of the iconic license are in the works. Namely, EA will once again reveal a Star Wars title later this year, with the company promising it will continue to cultivate its relationship with both the franchise and its new publisher. Seeing as the team revealed that Star Wars Jedi: Fallen Order was the first in a new franchise, many have speculated the game could be a new follow-up that sees players return to the adventures of Cal Kestis and the crew of the Stinger Mantis. Regardless, it seems Ubisoft is staffing up for its new Star Wars venture to be a huge AAA experience, with Guillemot claiming the process has seen lots of people wanting to participate. It's sure to join the likes of Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars Squadrons, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order in providing an expansive take on the iconic license that looks to immerse players in the universe in a way the films can't. Hopefully, it'll be worth the long wait Star Wars fans have ahead. I'm especially waiting for a new Star Wars game announcement. As we have more news to talk about, we are only halfway through the video. As we move on, we have the rumor of Call of Duty 2021 studio leaked as Activision is already looking to the next Call of Duty title, and the studio behind the 2021 release has apparently been leaked. According to a known Call of Duty leaker Modern Warzone on Twitter, Sledgehammer Games is 100% developing the next Call of Duty game. The leaker recently hit 200,000 followers on Twitter, and was very instrumental in leaking Warzone details leading up to the release of the Battle Royale, long before the game was officially revealed. In the case of this next Call of Duty title, they said the information is not official, but it should not be taken with a grain of salt either. He believes that it is accurate. Sledgehammer Games has had a troublesome few years of COD development, according to most reports. Last year was supposed to be the year in which Sledgehammer Games was to launch its next game, but because of internal problems Treyarch was asked to step in and rush Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War. Instead of Treyarch having a 3-year cycle, it had 2 years to develop the game. Now, instead of Sledgehammer having a 3-year cycle, it looks to have had 4 years to develop this next COD title. Sledgehammer Games' most recent title was Call of Duty World War II in 2017. Before that, the developer made Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. If nothing else, Sledgehammer Games should get props for creating Call of Duty titles with very diverse settings. It has also assisted in the development of Modern Warfare 3, 2019's Modern Warfare, and the just-released Black Ops Cold War. This is not the first time that there have been rumors that Sledgehammer Games will develop the next COD title. However, while Modern Warzone is very confident in his information, and the rumors are certainly starting to line up, nothing has yet been confirmed. It is likely that more concrete information will come from Activision, and whichever developer is behind the next Call of Duty in the coming months. Square Enix registers a new trademark for a Final Fantasy VII related term that's stirring up a variety of rumors and speculation. This past week Square Enix celebrated the birthday of Final Fantasy VII's Aerith. The celebration went viral across social media, showing that the Final Fantasy VII Remake has brought back the classic JRPG into the modern discourse. With a prospective Final Fantasy Remake Part 2 likely years away, however, Square Enix will have to get creative to keep the game's momentum. A glimpse at its plans may have come in the form of some recently published Square Enix trademarks. As reported by Jamatsu, a Square Enix trademark for the brand Ever Crisis has now been filed. The name itself is evocative of Final Fantasy VII. Specifically, it seems a reference to Before Crisis, Final Fantasy VII, a mobile phone game, and the first chapter of the Square Enix meta-series compilation of Final Fantasy VII. The compilation includes all manner of video games, movies, and so on tied to the Final Fantasy VII universe. Ever Crisis would perhaps refer to a rebranding for this compilation, or perhaps a new product related to the larger franchise. Another reference that the trademark could be referring to is Final Fantasy VII's spin-off, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII followed Zack Fair, a briefly featured but extremely important character in the original JRPG. Final Fantasy VII Remake added new potential to Zack Fair's character. That could mean Square Enix has bigger plans for him, whether it be a new release for Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII rebrand as Ever Crisis, or something new altogether. For those curious as to whether Ever Crisis is a Final Fantasy VII related trademark at all, there's more evidence worth considering. The United States trademark is actually quite late. Ever Crisis has already been trademarked in Australia, Canada, Europe, and Japan. Alongside the trademark, Square Enix also trademarked a Shinra logo, as well as the first soldier. While Ever Crisis isn't guaranteed to be Final Fantasy related, it seems like a near certainty. Suffice to say, Final Fantasy VII fans appear to have something to look forward to between now and the eventual release of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. What form it takes remains to be seen, but the process is clearly moving forward at Square Enix. While the trademark may be very interesting to fans of Final Fantasy VII Remake, that doesn't mean that any news is coming anytime soon. While anything is possible, fans may want to hold their interest in check until further information about Square Enix's plans have been announced. More Final Fantasy VII Remake news is coming. It's just a matter of time. Blizzard releases the schedule for BlizzCon 2021 to help players looking forward to the company's event, which showcases several major titles. Blizzard is now giving players a sneak peek of the schedule for BlizzCon 2021 later this month. From the main site, fans can expect news for a number of Blizzard titles including World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and more. Having started back in 2005, BlizzCon is a celebration of the company's games and creators. Typically, viewers expect teases of unannounced projects and looks into upcoming content. However, the convention also includes panels for Blizzard employees and other talent to reveal what goes on behind the scenes. This year, BlizzConline is all digital and free to watch as a way to accommodate for the global pandemic. The show kicks off with an opening ceremony at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on February 19th. Those looking forward to brand new reveals will likely want to tune into this portion of the celebration. Throughout the hour, Blizzard will showcase World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Diablo, and Overwatch. From there, each game channel will break into separate events specific to that title. In the schedule, it looks like World of Warcraft and Diablo will be getting sessions about what's coming next. It is possible that Blizzard will touch on the status of Diablo 4, despite it not releasing in 2021. In addition, there will be a deep dive into the current state of Hearthstone and a Battleground exhibition. Those looking for any details about Overwatch 2 will want to check out the behind-the-scenes meeting at 6:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following day continues the festivities by gearing toward community support. After some Q&A discussions, Critical Role fans can find a Diablo campaign airing at 5:05 p.m. Hearthstone will see a streamer showdown around the same time, and Blizzard keeps the competitive spirit up by focusing on the Overwatch League in 2021. Though there has been some controversy in recent years for BlizzCon, it is still a major event. Even with the convention being online, it looks like Blizzard is pulling no punches when it comes to content. 2 days of events for all the major titles should include a bunch of exciting information, and it is nice to see the company include a community showcase too, as it brings attention to the fans. Supporters can also enjoy a host of digital rewards by picking up the Celebration Collection in Blizzard's online shop. Fans hoping for big Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 announcements may want to lower their expectations though. Both games are potentially being delayed, so a release date reveal is unlikely. With Overwatch having gone a substantial amount of time without any big content releases, there is a chance BlizzCon 2021 could be a disappointment for that community, but in any case the event will be a great way for Blizzard players to engage with their favorite series. And finally we are here at the Spock situation where Microsoft is reportedly planning to merge ZeniMax Media and Bethesda Softworks into a newly created subsidiary company called Vault. In September 2020, Microsoft announced that it would be acquiring ZeniMax Media for $7.5 billion, putting Bethesda Softworks, Arcane Studios, ID Software and a number of other heavy hitters in game development under the Microsoft umbrella. The deal is Microsoft's priciest video game-related acquisition to date, but it won't be official until approved by the executive arm of the European Union's European Commission, which oversees the EU's policies on competition. Microsoft filed for approval of the ZeniMax purchase at the end of January, and the case has a provisional deadline of March 5, 2021. However, according to a Twitter post by Xbox News, approval is expected to take place within 5 days. In the meantime, a new document posted on a website that provides access to laws and legislation passed in the European Union has revealed that Microsoft is taking an unexpected step with the ZeniMax acquisition. Microsoft will create a new wholly owned subsidiary called Vault, which will merge with and into ZeniMax. Microsoft will then acquire Bethesda through Vault, which will become Bethesda's parent company. This means that ZeniMax and Bethesda will legally become part of a new company, Vault, rather than being directly connected to Microsoft. Vault will still be fully and solely controlled by Microsoft, however. This is similar to how Take-Two Interactive owns and operates 3 separate publishing companies: Rockstar Games, 2K, and Private Division, each with their own specialties and focus. In October, Phil Spencer, the current executive vice president of gaming at Microsoft, shared that the company's acquisition of ZeniMax and the numerous studios associated with it will not be the last. Microsoft plans to acquire additional studios in order to continue the growth of Xbox Game Pass, whose long-term sustainability depends on a steady stream of new content. Since the ZeniMax acquisition, there has been a lot of speculation about which studios Microsoft might purchase next. It is rumored that the company will make another Bethesda-level acquisition sometime this year. A Microsoft insider recently revealed that the company had reportedly considered and passed on acquiring Borderlands developer Gearbox Software, which is now with the Embracer Group. Rumors have also surfaced that Microsoft has its eyes on Bungie, the developer behind the Destiny franchise, and even several Japanese studios like Sega. Phil Spencer has made it clear that the latter rumor is false. According to a Twitter post, the real reason Spencer headed to Japan and met with developers in January was to discuss the Xbox Series X Game Pass Project xCloud, and the future of gaming in general. But as for an Xbox player, what impact would this merge and collapse will result in? Well, time will tell us, guys, and until then SMPV says goodbye.